Ah! Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Hey, how's it going, y'all? My name is Nightmare. My friend says hi to all those watching, and I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving to those who celebrate. We're back with another review video, and this time we're taking a look at Chapter Fortnite Remix Season Remix. Yeah, I think I'll just stick to calling it Chapter 2 Remix. But without further ado, let's get right into it. If you've played Chapter 2 back in the day, then all this would feel extremely familiar, but in case you haven't, here's the rundown. Chapter 2 map returns in its full glory, except this time it's the Chapter 2 Season 2 map, which is the definitive map choice and an extremely good choice. After all, it is highly regarded as one of the best seasons in the history of this game. In addition, this particular OG season covers only the first 3 seasons of Chapter 2 compared to last year's OG covering all 10 seasons in Chapter 1. We got bosses and their respective POIs and mythics such as Meowtus at the yacht, and Dynamo TNT at the rig, and later Kit with Candy Corner. We got the return to hit scan based weapons, which means you wouldn't have to deal with bullet drop with the exception of snipers. And with that, we got loads of weapons that were previously in those first 3 seasons of Chapter 2, such as the charged shotgun, OG Scar, drum gun, too many to name, in addition to weekly loophole updates. We also got the OG car models such as the Bear and Mudflap, in addition to the modern day sports car. Now, what makes this OG throwback to Chapter 2 particularly different from last year is the remix aspect to it. What is the remix aspect exactly? Well, we got 4 big musicians, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Ice Spice, and Juice WRLD taking center stage and being the main focus, hence the music heavy theming. Each week we'd see these artists appear on the map, complete with their own skins, POIs, and mythics. To start, we got Snoop Dogg taking over the agency and making it the Dog Pound. I didn't really drop here much, but seeing it in game for the first time had my jaw dropped. It's definitely a sight to see. Snoop Dogg drops his mythic drum gun, and it is as powerful as the OG Midas drum gun used to be. Something pretty cool they added to the musician weapons was the little jingle that plays when you pick it up, which was a really nice touch. We also got an AI teammate of the musician to follow us and also serve as an extra teammate. Not connected to the POI, but we got the Double G Bomb, which made you hit the iconic Snoop Dogg dance while drop it like it's hot blaze. We also saw the addition of the 1966 Cadillac DeVille Lowrider, which is Snoop's car, that can be found all throughout the map. We then got Eminem and the Spaghetti Grotto POI. I also didn't drop here often, but I love what they did with his POI, including Mob Spaghetti and having it play Rap God in the background. When you beat him, you got the mythic RG minigun, which played Rap God as you mowed down through the competition. A week later, we got Ice Spice and the Ice Isle POI. Supposedly, her POI is based on a shopping mall because her whole thing is the Y2K aesthetic, and it works really well. I kid you not, seeing the New York references like the pizza shop inside or the graffiti of the Statue of Liberty, or even the interior of the shark's mouth with the subway, like the subway entrance, had me smiling. Ice Spice's mythic scar is just as powerful as Sky's one used to be back in the day, with a spicy effect added every time you hit somebody. As for Grappler, not really a fan. It gave you icy feet, wink wink, had unlimited ammo, but I just couldn't with the icy feet, it always messed me up. Lastly, we got Juice WRLD, and unlike the other musicians, he didn't get a POI in the traditional sense you may be thinking of. Instead, we got a tribute to him in the form of a landmark and a gigantic Juice WRLD overlooking the map. Every few days, his POI would grow, spreading the purple ethereal biome, and Juice would change poses. With Juice WRLD, we got the Juice WRLD Chug Cannon that gave you low gravity, while also working as a regular Chug Cannon. Even though I'm not a diehard fan of Juice, the way he was celebrated in game was handled perfectly, from his tribute in game and giving out the Slayer Juice WRLD skin for free. So, big props to Epic, that's a W move. With the release of Remix Chapter 2, we also saw the introduction of a new map to reload, Oasis. This map is desert themed, consisting of several new POIs and a few familiar ones, such as Paradise Palms. We also saw the addition of solos and ranked solos and even though I've never played it, it was interesting to see how they tackled solos with reboots. Because there are 2 maps for reload now, we also got a 30-minute map rotation that alternates between the 2. Gonna be honest, I prefer Oasis over Venture, mostly because it's something new we've never seen before. I've played my fair share of Venture, and even though it's a really good map, there's something about a desert theme map with new locations we've never seen before that's just more compelling to me. We also saw Fortnite Festival get its 6th season during Chapter 2 Remix. Snoop Dogg headlines this season, and so far it's been a blast. It's been a very vocal heavy season so far, and I'm all for it. Outside of festivals, Snoop Dogg got loads of content on the island, but I can't say the same for the actual mode. We did get some quality of life changes, which are always nice, such as a progress bar showing how far we are into the song, and the introduction of beat synced emotes, where certain emotes will match the tempo of the jam track you're playing. Overall, it's a pretty fun time, and we got December coming up, so hopefully this means we get Christmas songs. If we couldn't get Thrilled for Halloween, I'm praying we get All I Want for Christmas Is You next month. Onto the Battle Pass, and it's a really solid one. We got loads of featured skins just like last time, so let's get right into it. Starting off, we have Chaos Director, which is a gender-bent version of Chaos Agent, and it's a really solid skin. Black on red is always a clean color combo. Her Ghostly Director and Shadow Struck Director are very solid bonus styles that just add on to that clean look. Her being Chaos Agent's boss is also a nice little lore bit. One Ball is an interesting skin to say the least. It's a fusion of 8 Ball and Turk vs Riptide, 2 skins from the Chapter 2 Season 1 Battle Pass. I'm not a fan of the yellow jumpsuit, I think it's just too much yellow for me. His chalked up style that adds more white to his outfit is a nice addition alongside the jacket, but I think I'll just stick with the base style. The fact we have a pool stick as a pickaxe we can use to beat up people now though is just badass. Next up, Undercover Sky, which is a fusion between Sky from Chapter 2 Season 2 and her trusty companion Guff. She is absolutely adorable and hands down the best skin out of the Battle Pass. She's also super short compared to the other skins, and Twitter had a field day with that one. Her Midnight Sky style references her shadow appearance, and I'm a sucker for purple, so you already know that's my favorite style. You can also take off her mask, and personally, I'm gonna run her without the mask on. Lastly, we have Meowtus, which is a fusion between Midas and Meowscles, both from the Chapter 2 Season 2 Battle Pass. I know this skin gets a lot of flack, but for what it's worth, it's a really silly fusion with a lot of charm to it. His glider is so badass, and references the shark that Midas seems to always want to bring up, and his emote is really silly. He's got a shadow style and gold reactivity, just like the OG Midas, which is awesome. I can definitely see myself running this skin every once in a while. For the bonus skin, we got Dynamo Tiantina, which is a fusion of Tiantina from the Chapter 2 Season 2 Battle Pass and Ocean from the Chapter 2 Season 3 Battle Pass. Not much Chapter 2 Season 3 representation. It's such a clean skin with a badass cel-shaded style. Her page also introduces Kicks, a new cosmetic type, which are basically shoes for your skin. Also, the super styles. So good. Even though this is an OG season and it's a big party, we still got a tad bit of lore. Scattered around the map are audio logs that Hope sent to Valeria in hopes of getting back in contact with her. It's a nice little interaction for people into the story and serves as a prologue for what's to come. From these logs, we learn that Pandora's box is part of something much bigger than Hope thought, and she feels as though she's a part of it, which will lead both us and Hope across several realities to find out exactly what that is. The underground is now disbanded, and she's entrusting Valeria in rebuilding the Chapter 5 map. Lastly, Hope reveals to Valeria that she can see the future in her art, and thanks to Restaurant on Twitter, shout out to him, there's a chance that we may see the return of Sloan next chapter. A lot of things to look forward to for Chapter 6 and the story as a whole. And as of me recording this video, we have the end of chapter event remix, the finale, coming up in one day, which I'm super hyped for. We got a little snippet of it on Twitter, and I have a lot of hopes that this will top some of the more recent live events we've been getting. We've also been getting teasers and leaks of Chapter 6, and oh my god, is it shaping up to be a banger season. I love the Japanese aesthetic, and we're getting Godzilla and Baymax. Like, Baymax. When I first saw him, I was so happy because that's literally my childhood right there in my favorite game. It's a literal match made in heaven. And Godzilla 2, Hopefully we get Kong in the shop, because no way they do Godzilla without Kong. But with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this season's review video. Bit on the shorter side, but I wanted to get one out just to share my thoughts. I had a blast playing this season and re-experiencing everything Chapter 2 had to offer. The remix aspect of this chapter definitely made it less boring for me than last year's Fortnite OG. What did y'all think of Remix Chapter 2? I'd love to know your thoughts. Thank you all for watching. It really means a lot to me, and I always have a blast making these types of videos. I will see y'all in a few days for Chapter 6. See ya.